Okay, so now that you've got yourself this banjo, you're going to want to learn to play it. Well, we need to start off with a fairly basic tune, and one that will be familiar. And for that reason, I've picked Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. It might not be everybody's favourite, but you will be surprised how many other tunes are very similar, or at least share exactly the same chords. Many, many, many other tunes. So by learning this tune, a lot of those skills, those chords, will be transferable to other tunes that you might go on to learn, hopefully. So, one of the easiest ways to get up and running and playing a tune on an instrument that has an open tuning, and when we talk about open tuning, what we mean is that the instrument is tuned to a chord without fretting the fingerboard at all. This is a fret. It's the bit of metal wire every so often in intervals going up the neck. When we talk about fretting a banjo neck, what we mean is putting our fingers on positions on the strings between frets. You'll notice that there are some fret markers, and these tend to be on the 3rd or certainly the 5th and 7th frets, and that's quite handy, as I shall demonstrate. So, the easiest way of getting up and running with an opened tuned instrument is to play what's known as bar chords. And a bar chord is when you take your finger and position it on a fret across all 4 of the long strings. And anywhere that you do that should therefore be a chord. And so, were you to take your finger and bar on the 5th fret like this, this is the equivalent of playing the 2nd chord in our sequence, the C chord or blue chord. And so, whilst you're still learning how to do that with fretting, you can cheat and use a bar chord to practice your right hand in the meantime. And if you were to take this same finger and move it up to the 7th fret, then this is the equivalent of the 3rd chord in our sequence, the D chord or red chord, and it should sound like this. And so, in the case of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, it consists of those 3 things. The 1st chord, no bar chord. The 2nd chord, barred at the 5th fret. And the 3rd chord, finally, the D or red chord, barred at the 7th fret. And back to the original. And so now, if we were to play along with the music, I shall demonstrate how the bar chords would work. So let's give that a try. Okay, well, that's just to demonstrate the sort of thing. So you might need to follow the chart and play along with the tune at various speeds to familiarise yourself with the chords. By learning to do the bar chords, that will free up your other hand to work on the claw hammer technique. You can work on the chords as well. You're going to need to, but they can be worked on independently of your other hand.